My name is James Algermissen. I was in the chorale from 5th grade to 8th grade.
I was in the chorale from 1980 until 1984.
1973.
I was in the chorale with my twin brother from 5th to 8th grade.
1986 to 1990.
I believe 1979 to 1982.
I was in the chorale from 4th to 8th grade.
1986 through 88.
I graduated from the Colorado Children's Chorale in 2011.
75, 76, 2005 until 2012.
2014 until 2020.
7 years old until I was 14.
My name is Emily Chorale, and I'm currently the artistic director of the Colorado Children's Chorale.
I worked for 36 years with the Colorado Children's Chorale.
I retired 4 years ago from the chorale, retired as the artistic director.
I'm Dwayne Wolf and proud founding director of the Colorado Children's Chorale. We started the chorale in 1974 as an outgrowth of a project that we were doing with Central City Opera. At the end of the summer, the kids did not want to quit, and I didn't either, because I suddenly discovered children and how great they are and how much fun they are and what great musicians they can be. Our original mission, and it still remains in the chorale's mission statement, I'm proud to say, is to provide an excellent children's musical organization available to the arts community.
When the chorale started, I think Dwayne just had this brilliant idea from the very beginning to have kids that are being trained at the same level as any professional musician.
Yes, the chorale is about making beautiful music, but it's about so much more than that. It's about working with a group of people and creating and generating this unbelievable sound.
They can sing some very sophisticated music. They have no idea how hard it is. They have no idea how good they are. They just do it.
What was your favorite chorale song?
My favorite chorale song? Boy, probably Child Song.
Christmas in Colorado, I think, is always my favorite.
Ceremony of Carols.
Dwayne Wolf's version of Silent Night.
It's called Tunes in His Head.
It's very hard to pick, but I will say it might be I Follow Melodies.
I have many chorale stories, but one of my favorite stories was in 2015. We unexpectedly had to learn the Russian national anthem, and we handed out the music as the bus was getting onto I-70, and by the Eisenhower Tunnel, the kids essentially had it, which I just thought was amazing.
I was on the South Africa tour in 2011, and there was one evening where we were able to go out under the stars and just stargaze. So it was something really interesting about this really crazy busy day of so much music making and goodness, but then slowing down. And I remember thinking, even in that moment, like, this is something that I will never forget.
There's no feeling like it, stepping on the stage and being ready and having that anticipation of like the greatness that you're about to produce.
Just last year, we toured to Costa Rica, and we got the extreme honor to perform in a high school. By the end, we actually had our kids and their kids singing We Don't Talk About Bruno, and they were singing it in Spanish, we were singing it in English, all at the same time. And it was just one of those connections that you can't always make even through spoken language. It took a musical moment for that connection to happen. It was quite beautiful.
We do go out into the world, and they are fantastic ambassadors.
My favorite song is probably Blessing. It's the song that we sang when I graduated. It's a great blessing and a send-off into the future.
When the clapping ends. And it goes through my head.
I think I'm gonna go back to the trail. Thank you, Adam Overett and Aaron Accurso.
The River Song stands out as my favorite song. We performed in St. Margaret's Chapel in London. And for that concert, the last piece of the concert was the River Song. And I'm not sure there was a member of the choir that made it through to the very end of that piece. And I remember tears rolling down my cheek as I sang that last note. And it turned out that was the last time that I sang with a chorale.
I have so much optimism for the chorale because the foundation that was laid by Dwayne Wolfe and by Debbie DeSantis and by Mary Louise Burke that they built for so many years is now being carried on and taken to new levels by Emily Chorale and Meg Stites and Libby Cotton. They're at Carnegie Hall right now as we're having this interview. Chorale's at Carnegie Hall. I mean, it's amazing.
The chorale was able to grow over these years, not only because there was so much support from the community, but also because there was a lot of drive from our professional staff. And those people had visions for what the kids could do and visions for how they could work with the kids so they could be good, accomplished musicians.
I think they have created value in the community for what they do. They have proven over and over again that they are an important and integral part of the community.
There has to be chorale in the next 50 years because what other organization is going to continue preparing children and young adults to be contributing members of society, to have the self-awareness and the self-drive to take action, to seek excellence, and to really work and value that work ethic and to continue striving for greater things.
This is an organization worth investing in. This is an organization worth being a part of, but also have had an impact on the rest of my life. And that's a gift I would want any kid to have.
It's magic. That's what I think has kept the chorale going all this year, is that there are still people there that believe in and foster the magic.
They have a great heart for nurturing in every child a sense of the joy of making music and the ability to add beauty to the world. And that's really, in my mind, the secret of their long-term success.
I'm so proud of the fact that I was a part of it for so very many years. And coming to this anniversary of 50 years, it's just so exciting to think, what next?
The chorale has been an incredible part of my life. Actually, it's pretty much been my life. You can't imagine how proud I am that the chorale has lasted for 50 years. And by the way, it's just the beginning.
It's music. That's the gift that I hope the Children's Chorale has given not only the thousands of young people that we've impacted over the years, but audiences all over the world. It is that gift of music. So I think that's why it makes me emotional. Nobody can take that away from you. I've been so proud of Emily Chorale for what she's done through these past 4 years, which, talk about a storm. Boy, she stepped into a storm like no other. And it's been inspiring to watch. She's been my hero.
I think it's very significant that the chorale has lasted for 50 years. I think it's a tribute to what Dwayne and Debbie and Mary Louise, what they envisioned, to truly think of it as a place where kids are allowed to be kids, yet they are working to a really high artistic excellence.
Let's fill the world with song.
Let's fill the world with song.
Let's fill the world with song.
For another 50 years.
This is where it all